Alright, welcome everybody. And as I said in the description of my last video, maybe, I don't remember if I did or not, I think I did. But I said I was going to explain my choices for each of the cards in this deck. And I'm going to do that right now. So, here we go. Alright, so obviously you run 3 Dark Magician because, it wouldn't be a Dark Magician deck without. And I'm running 1 Dark Magician of Chaos. I'm only running 1 because it doesn't really work with any of the support. And, I mean, you really do need a Dark Magician out on the field to use it. But I am running 1 because I do like to, OTK with it. You've seen, I've OTK'd a couple of times with this deck. More than once, actually. More like, once every 5-6 times you'll OTK with this deck, which is really awesome. I like the OTK potential. I wouldn't really warrant running more than one of this card. Maybe running more than one of this, because this card gets it from the graveyard as well. The deck, the hand, or the graveyard. So, that's really nice. I'm running 2 Mahad just because it gets over those pesky Dark Destroyers and those bigger dark monsters, and it's really, really powerful in the mirror match. This card in the mirror match is basically like, it's like Utopia the Lightning, because everything is dark. Freaking car going by. And another one, jeez. Sorry if you can hear that. It's kind of loud. As I was saying, this card is really powerful in the mirror match. And, it's another level 7, which you can go into, Ebon, and then get some more Dark Magicians from the deck, which is really nice. Okay. I'm running 2 Magician of Black Illusion. I really like the card. It's another level 7. It can be treated as Dark Magician. You can snatch it with Dark Magic Veil. You can use this on it, Magic Expand, which is really nice, and it triggers Dark Magic Circle also, which is really awesome. And, you can use Dark Magic Attack with it, so it works with a lot of the different support. I'm running 2 Prisma because I was running 1, but I wasn't, I was drawing into the Monk and the Prisma, and I didn't really want to have that happen, so I dropped Choco Magician Girl down to 1 and put in another Prisma. I mean, I really like this card. It's a good defensive card. But I was finding myself discarding the Dark Magicians from my hand, which is, in my opinion, in this deck, you really want to have just Dark Magician in your hand. Having it in the graveyard is fine, but having it in the hand is better because the Magician's Navigate is just so powerful. And this card was, ditching my Dark Magicians to the graveyard, which is not what I want. I mean, okay, that's my rant on that guy. But, Prisma gets out of the deck, which is what I want. I mean, I do want to leave, well, no, I guess you really just want it in the graveyard because I can add it back to my hand with this anyway, because this adds from the graveyard or deck. And this gets from the deck or hand, so, you basically just want them in your hand all the time. You just want all the Dark Magicians in your hand all the time. I'm also running 2 Monk for the Choco and the 2 Prismas because Monk is extremely powerful for those rank 4 plays. Abyss Dweller, I've, a newfound love for Abyss Dweller. I've been going into it a lot. It just completely shuts down Cosmos. It shuts down, it doesn't really shut down heroes. It really hinders heroes. I made this, I think you guys saw, I made this against a Quasar player, a Synchron player, and he just couldn't do anything, and I was just banishing all of his cards, and I just completely just shut him out. But yeah, that's what Monk is for. He's for those rank 4 plays. I mean, you kind of have to have both Monks. It's not really an option. Oh man, I think I'm getting sick or something. Anyways, I'm running 3 Rod because obviously you need 3 Rod. 3 Rod is basically he recycles himself. All you need is just 1 Rod and he recycles himself. But having two, you can recycle the rod off the rod. You can tribute the rod to add the rod back, because all you need to do is just tribute a spellcaster, which is really nice. And that's why I'm running a Leviair, just in case I have two rods. I'm also running one Eye of Timaeus. I was running two, but I don't really use it all that often. And when I do, I only ever go into Dark Paladin. But I am running one just because it is a good card, and I can use, if I just draw into like a Dead Hand plus Prisma, which this deck doesn't do very often. Honestly, maybe one in 20 duels it'll draw dead. I think you saw before it drew dead once or twice, and the next turn I drew cards that got out of it, so it doesn't draw dead that often. Running one Instant Fusion, obviously, for the rank 4 plays. Small rank 4 plays, Abyssal is very strong. Castel very strong. This card, I was going up against a what's that deck called? Kawaki Miro, I think it was. And I made this card, and he just quit. He just completely quit out of the game. So this card is obviously very powerful. It's a searchable Harpy's Feather Duster. Harpy's Feather Duster is banned, and this card is very powerful. There is 5 Dark Magicians in the deck, counting this guy, plus 2 cards that can be Dark Magician if you need them. And there's every card in the deck basically gets a Dark Magician, or adds it to the hand, or does something with Dark Magician. So this card is very, very powerful. Obviously, this card is powerful because if you normal summon Rod and it gets striked or something, then you still have plays. You could activate Dark Magic Veil, and obviously get a Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard and special summon it. And if you have Circle on the field or something, then just banish their cards. So it's extremely powerful. I'm running 2 Magic Expand, and I'm only running 2 Circle because I was running 3 and it was getting really cloggy. Like, I was drawing into it all the time. But I do want to see the card a lot, so I'm only running 2. I'm running 2 Magic Expand because obviously the OTK potential is really high in this deck. So I do like to be able to pump up my monsters if necessary. That's what I mostly use this card for. And it also protects back row, and it I used it on this guy once, and if I didn't have this card, I wouldn't have OTK'd him. So, because he activated like Storing Rare Force or something, or the one that puts him in defense mode. I don't remember what that one's called. Obviously, I'm running 1 Dedication through Light and Dark. You could run 2. That would be completely optional, but I'm only running 1. I might consider running 2, but I like 1. I'm running 2 Illusion Magic. I like seeing this card. I like having Dark Magician in my hand. I love having Dark Magician in my hand. I was running Summoner's Art also because I really, really like having Dark Magician in my hand. And if you have Magician's Rod on the field and it gets it gets Veilered, you can activate this card, and since the card is off the field, it can no longer be targeted. So Veiler loses its target. Fiendish Chain loses its target. What's that other one called? Breakthrough Skill loses its target. So very powerful with this card in succession, because you can get a Circle off of this guy and then grab the 2 Dark Magicians, or one of these and then grab a Dark Magician. So that's very powerful. I'm running 1 Dark Magic Succession. This card, it just came out. I don't think it's out yet. It just got released on DevPro, which is obviously what I'm using. This card is very powerful. Mid game, maybe I don't really want to see it opening hand, because obviously I'm not going to have very many spell cards in the graveyard, and maybe not late game either, because I wouldn't really. There's not really a lot of stuff to do late game, because this deck, either you win really quickly or you lock them down. This deck wins a lot. It's very powerful. A lot of people say, oh, Dark Magician, it's not tier 1 or tier 0. It's maybe tier 1 or 2, depending on how you build it, honestly. This deck is very powerful. It doesn't have a very good Pendulum matchup, though, unfortunately. depending on which cards you draw. I just stuck this card in, so I have yet to record any duels with this card. I don't think. I was using Skill Drain, put this card in instead. Skill Drain is also very powerful in this deck because Skill Drain does not hurt the deck very much. Because, the main card is a normal monster. So. And most of the cards are spell and trap cards that, get the cards out. Obviously, I'm running Triple Circle. You have to run Triple Circle. Triple Circle is the staple of the deck. You have to run triple. It's very, very powerful. Banishing cards and searching. Very, very powerful. I cannot stress that enough. You have to run 3 circle if you're going to be making this deck. Magician's Navigate. I'm running 2. You can run 3. 1 is also an option. It's very powerful. I use it for Ebon plays all the time. End phase activate Magician's Navigate. It's basically like Eternal Soul, but you do it from the hand. So that's why I always love to have my freaking Dark Magicians in the hand. You also get a free one of this guy. So if you have a Dark Magician in the graveyard, you activate this. You activate Circle, to banish something, and then you activate this guy's effect to get another Dark Magician back. That's like +3 or something like that. Or yeah, +3 from one card. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, it's so crazy. And obviously, Eradicate Epidemic Virus. There's 4 targets. And then you could, Magic Expand this guy, and he can be a target too. And then there's targets in the extra deck too. So, I haven't tested this card yet. I don't know how good it'll be, but Eternal Soul, you have to run 3, at least 2. But this card is very, very powerful. This is your every turn +1, whether it be Dark Magic Attack or Special Summon Dark Magician. And then I'm running 3 Solemn Strike, or 2 Solemn Strike and a Solemn Warning. I like this combo. I like this, ratio of Solemns, not too many, just enough, to get the plays done. I'm running 1 Dark Paladin. Obviously Dark Paladin is very powerful in getting spell cards. It's really powerful. I'm running him because of the Eye of Timaeus. Shh, dog. And then the 2 Prisma. I'm also running 1 Norden because of Instant Fusion. And I can, go into Abyss Dweller, obviously, and he gets pumped from that. I'm running 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon in case I don't OTK him. I can have 3 Dark Magicians on the field, and it will not OTK him. They'll have 500 life points left. So, I go into this guy, main phase 2, and it's game, pretty much. They have to quit, or, there's not really anything they can do, because this guy can't be destroyed by card effects. Obviously, Draco, Sack, and Big Eye, those are just, I'm running level 7 deck. So, these 2 cards are pretty much staples. You gotta run at least 1 of each. Ebon Illusion Magician, I'm running 1. When this card first came out, I was running 3 of it. But that's when I was running Cosmo Queen and Trance. I was running 1 of each of those. That was way back before any of this support came out. But I'm only running 1. The extra deck space is really tight. I like this card too. I don't make it very often, but you can activate quick plays and trap cards from your hand, which is very powerful. If you have this guy out, he's got 28 defense too, so you can put up a blocker. He's got 23 attack, which isn't anything to laugh at. It's very powerful. And then Utopia the Lightning, obviously, to get over bigger cards. There's a lot of beat sticks in this deck. The deck is pretty much just beat sticks. And, the ability to make beat sticks. This guy is really the only one that's not a beat stick. And he's got 21, which isn't really, that low. So, obviously I'm running Utopia because Utopia is lightning. Ragna Zero, I'm running this just because, of those decks that get pumped. And he's a really big card. Just in case I use my Utopia the Lightning, I still have Ragna Zero. And he's water, so he gets pumped from Abyss Dweller. Castel, obviously a staple. Emerald, that's, just to get back that first turn Dark Magician. Got rid of one of those. Abyss Dweller, I said earlier that I really like this card lately. I feel like it's very powerful, this format. Diamond Crab, obviously another beat stick. And then Leviair, just a rank 3, just in case some of my stuff gets banished. Or, since this deck does banish a lot, I can get my opponent's stuff. Now on to the side deck. I'm running one of this guy just because I was running him for a while and he was getting really cloggy. I was running him way more than I wanted to, so I put him in the side deck. 2 Dark Magician Girl, because I feel like this card could be good, because obviously I'm running this card, which is very powerful, and 2 Prisma, to dump into the graveyard, so because I don't really want to draw it, and this card, because it does search out Dark Magician Girl cards, so, and it's target for this if I activate Magic Expand on it. I'm running 1 Dark Magician Girl Dragon Knight in the side deck because obviously I'm running 2 Dark Magician Girl, so you need this card for Prisma. It's the only one you can use. And then, also you can use it with Itamias. I'm running 2 Dark Law because obviously this deck is all dark pretty much. And Dark Law is very powerful in banishing decks, and this deck banishes a lot. I'm running another Instant Fusion in here just because, I might need another one for some reason, in case I feel like I'm not drawing Instant Fusion enough, but it's not really the case. I draw it definitely a lot. 1 Raigeki just because I like having Raigeki just in case I need it. Summoners are, obviously I really like having Dark Magician in my hand. 2 Mass Change because of the Dark Law. Bottomless Trap Wall. I was running a Reflation in the extra deck, but I took it out. Imperial Custom to protect Eternal Soul. Skill Drain, obviously, because the deck can still function without the use of card effects or like monster effects. I mean, even a Skill Drain in the field, you can still activate Prisma's effect, but it won't become Dark Magician. You can still dump though, which is what I really want. So anyway, that's the deck. A lot of these cards are exchangeable, but this is the most effective deck I've found. I made this one completely from scratch. I've done a lot of testing. You've seen I've done at least 2 or 3 times the duels that you've seen. I do win a lot, and so I record them and I put them on YouTube. I still have to put up another video after this one though. Anyways, expect some at least one video of Saphira Heretics. I really like that deck, and I've been playing that one the last few days, and it's really fun. The combo potential is just absolutely crazy. This one I just went off, and I ran out of board space to play cards, and the guy was like, "What the hell?" So yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. If you like the video, if you like the channel, and you like the duels, hit the subscribe button, like it, whatever, leave a comment. I do like input. I can take negative stuff, so go ahead and leave comments if you want. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.